Okay, let's see. I think where I was at was trying to restore a bootleg Nissan, and I don't think I was in a position to actually have enough money to actually pay for it, so we're gonna have to do other jobs in the middle of it. This will be the first restored car I do in the game. Okay, it really seems like this is taking a long time to load. Why is that? Well, we'll give it a bit longer, see if it... Okay, yep, there we go. All right, yeah, so here's our bootleg Nissan. Yes, that's right. We have an engine block that is at 27%, which is high enough that we can try to repair it if only I had the perk point to actually be able to repair it, but we're not there. So let's get some other jobs in here, and actually, let's just double check and make sure I don't have any cars parked outside waiting. I do not. So why do I have a shopping list? I don't want a shopping list right now. Nope. Work orders. Let's take this one. Basically, we'll just, the plan is level up once, and then we can hopefully kind of do other repair jobs at the same time as doing our first restoration. So once you get restorations in a way, you can kind of just go fully on restorations, but that is of course assuming that you want to do that. All right, so we've got 6 brake parts that need to be found. So might all be in the wheels, might not be. So let's take a look. And that's probably a bad ABS module, so let's take it out. Or I guess bad ABS pump. That brake booster looks fine. Oh, we're going to be taking the transmission out, so let's take that starter out right now. And everything else should come apart from top. And we got some rust in the lug nuts, which I've never had WD-40 help with lug nuts before. It's just not an area where you can really get the WD-40 or whatever the penetrating oil into the threads. All right, let's pull the other side apart. Doesn't look like any of the brake parts are going to be bad on this side. So we still have to take this tire off to get that axle out, so that we can pull the transmission. And then we got bad pilot bearing, or a bad throwout bearing, and a bad flywheel. So we have to pull it all apart. I'm also really glad you do not have to center clutch discs on this. It's always been a pain in the ass. Oh, those brake pads need to be changed. No, rusty bolt. Okay, that should give us our shopping list. Yep, so now just a matter of toss this all on the list and replace it. There. Oh yeah, and the ABS pump. Now, I don't know that I'll be able to repair any of that. I don't think so. All I think is too low condition. Oh, I can repair the ABS pump. That's interesting. Starter do not have any interest in repairing because it does not have, it is not an issue currently. Yeah, the rest of this is just going to be left as is. So that means the ABS pump and a brake caliper can come off that. But everything else needs to get ordered. So brake discs. Brake pads ×2. Gearbox. Release bearing. It's expensive flywheel. When the transmission's $750, a $500 flywheel seems a little ridiculous. Alright, and there's our transmission together, which is why transmissions are such a gravy job in this game, is you can basically slap them in and out real quick. In real life, that's quite labor intensive. You can't just pull the transmission without getting the subframe out of the way. Oh yeah, that's right, I can machine rotors now, so that is why I have a stack of 100% rotors. Alright, so this car's more or less ready to go back together. Just needs the ABS put back together and put the starter back on. But while we're here, get a whack of experience by doing inspections. So may as well give her a quick inspection and help us get her on our way to next level. As well as the engine bay diagnostic stuff gives you a fair amount of experience while you're doing it. So I think we'll also probably do that. This basically sort of like bulk inspection thing is kind of obnoxious because you can't really select what you want to inspect. You just kind of inspect things related to where you're clicking. No, it's not escape. It's drop it down. Okay, let's go back to regular mode. Let's put back on that starter and put together the ABS. Alright, the car is done. However, I am not done with the car. Let's scan it. Let's see if we can't rack up some more points. Oh, that's not a particularly healthy engine. Yeah, we'll probably be looking at quite a bit more work down the road, but upsells are not a thing in this game, so I'll just do the test for the sake of experience and kick it out the door. I don't know if that'll get me an experience if I've actually already taken off the tires, so I already know what they are. I don't think it did. Hopefully we get... I don't know what our level ups are getting us for skill points, but... Alright, car status. Let's kick it out the door. Let's see. Sure, let's take it. Gives 25 bonus to experience. We'll accept it. So, 2 parts of exhaust damaged and we've got front left door window, front right door window, left headlight, left taillight, rear window, right side mirror. All right. Let's pull that out. Right, it is right side door, left side window, left side taillight, or headlight, left side taillight, rear window. Did I forget any of that? So I've got the left window, right door window, and right side mirror, left headlight, taillight, rear window. All right, so we got all that. So let's take a look and see what's making this loud. So that pipe will have to get it up on the hoist to take off, but the exhaust header here we have to take off from above. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a paint shop, so I cannot paint the body parts that I fix, but all right, let's put this all on our wish list and get to buying it, which while I'm doing this, I can toss brake rotors on the brake lathe. So that way we're doing something. Alright, so we got exhaust section, manifold, and the rest is all going to be body. Where's the... there. No, body tuning, that's not what we want. There, body workstation. That's what we want. That's odd, that seems... It seems like I am not able to use the wish list correctly here. Alright, well, we'll have to do this manually. We are looking for, oh, what's it called again? FMW Sentinel. Alright, I'm obviously just being blind here, because I did not see the Sentinel. So we got a bunch of the FMWs here. Somewhat annoyingly, it seems like they have not really oh, yeah, right here on first page, second car. Oh. It highlights the cars that you have in your shop, apparently. I didn't... where the heck? Let's go to parking. Because apparently I have a car. I try to go to test track, does it give me? So there is this car apparently here. Because I remember at some point I thought I had basically was missing a car had gone missing. I think this might be a bug. Oh no, I mean, it's back here in the car wash. That's where it got stuck to. Man, this thing's been here for quite a while then. And it was just gearbox stuff. Alright, well let's move it up to the garage entrance. And we'll take a look at it once we're done with this car. Alright. So here we are. Now let's see if we can... Yes. Now we can select just the parts that we want. Which realistically there shouldn't be that many parts. I should just be able to look through the list and buy them without issue. However, I have more than once not paid close enough attention, bought like the wrong left or right side, because there's only basically a screen and a single one on the other side, on the second page. So that is what, 20, yeah, 22 items. So not a lot to keep track of. All right, well, time to put the exhaust back together. And while we're here, let's do an inspection. So just take a moment, get the life story of the car, you know, important stuff. That is 100% not what I want to do. So I want to be inspecting, not pulling things off. Really not sure how we're inspecting some of these parts visually so well, but we'll just let the video game logic be for now. All right. Put back on the exhaust header. Nope, let's not put back on the old one. That's not helpful. Apparently it was missing a bolt somewhere. Okay, there. And let's put the body parts back together, which I cannot repair any body parts. Looking forward to when I can do that, because that'll make body repairs a lot more cost effective. Well, mostly, not a guaranteed. Of course, now we've got that mismatched body panel, but in real life, that would probably, like, you can do body work without having a paint job. You just have to sublet the paint out. And it's definitely a case of been there, done that, but generally, if you're doing body work, you have a paint job. And let's just run through the diag stuff. Oh, hey, I've leveled up. I don't need to do this anymore. And I've got 5 points to spend. Done. Car status. Done and done. Perfect. Alright, well, let's get this into the shop. We won't worry about it immediately, as poor customers are waiting forever, but they'll have to wait a bit longer. Don't know how you go about explaining to a customer that you've essentially lost their car for a few days, but I'm sure that is a problem that has been dealt with by some service advisor somewhere at some point. Let's run over here and let's start repairing parts. But the thing I am most interested in is that block. Which I am curious. That did cost me like $400 to fix. Let's just see what it would have cost me to buy that instead of fixing it. See how cost effective this actually is. So yeah, it would have been $3,000. It cost me or I guess almost $600. So I'm basically paying around 20% of the cost. We'll definitely call that a win. All right. So let's just go back and repair what I can. Transmission. I don't. It seems I can repair clutch discs. That's not something I know. I don't know that I would want to do that in real life. There's been a lot of things that has been added for me to repair now. But this will be good. It should save me quite a bit of money on the on my rebuild. Oh, so I can repair rims. It just, I need to have the next level of upgrade. Well, that's good to know. The body panels I cannot repair until I am level 6 repair. So that I think, unfortunately, I'm going to be stuck just buying new panels for it. Which is okay, the car's black and I'll be putting black unpainted panels on it. I can probably sell it without painting it. and still get the full bonus, so that'll be fine. Okay, let's lift it up and see what I'll need to replace. Unfortunately, in expert mode, they don't tell you. If you don't have the part, they won't tell you what part you need to buy. And of course, the pistons have to go in from above, as does the power steering pump, apparently. Okay, let's start by buying a bunch of rubber bushings, because we're going to need a whack of those. Let's just go for 10, and let's grab a handful of the small rubber bushings. Now, if I'd been paying attention, I'd be able to... I would know what sway bar link I needed for the front sway bar. Well, that's appropriately named. Front sway bar. Steering rack should be just steering rack. I don't... Oh, I am looking at my inventory, not the shop. I don't think this game has multiple different steering racks. Yeah, just one steering rack. So I need 2 inners, and I'll probably need 2 outers at the same time. Now actually, I might be able to, looking at this list, can I add... No, I cannot add any of the stuff to my wish list from here. That'd be really handy. Front steering knuckle A is what it uses. Alright. Oh. Wasn't the only thing I wanted to buy while I was there. I also wanted inner tie rods, and should just at the same time buy outer tie rods because I'm pretty sure that I will need them, but we'll see. Yeah, need outer tie rods as well. And yeah, I don't have a hub for this side either, so I'm gonna have to guess at what hub I need. Oh, really should have paid attention to what the lower steering knuckle was that I put in. Front steering knuckle A. No. That I already knew. That's the one I replaced. I'm looking for the lower control arm. Lower suspension arm. We'll take a gamble and say that that might be it. Yes, we also need 2 of those. Lower suspension arm. Probably already used up all my rubber bushings that I bought. Now the front hub should be pretty standard. I don't imagine there's going to be a lot of them, so let's just hop in the store and see if we can find a part that looks right. So we've got rear hubs, which means there's probably a front hub. So it looks like there is only a single front hub. Excellent. We will need wheel hub bearings. I'm guessing we're going to need 4 of these. They're cheap, so we'll just go ahead and buy the 4 of them. And wheel hub caps. That we'll only need 2 of. Because they don't go in the rear will have axles through, the front does not. And then we'll need brake pads for all 4 corners. Look at that. Shock will be a interesting one to try to put together. Let's see. So well, it looks like we're going to need the pistons and piston rings for all of them. Let's just go ahead. So that should be 6. That should be 6. We'll need all of that. That. Okay, so anything that's not 100%, we know we're going to have to replace. We've repaired everything we can. And of course, then we'll have to find manually what we're missing. They have a V8 filter on the V6 engine, don't they? That's interesting. All right, let's go shopping. So we'll buy 6 pistons, 6 piston rings, 2 rocker arms. Only 1 cam. Oh yeah, that's the stupid V6 cam. 2 of these rocker arms. 8 of these caps. And then yes, these are split. They're different side to side, so it's only ignition coil will be an electric, spark plugs will be an electric. That was 2 cam gears. 2 of the timing chains. These were also 2, was it not? Yes, 2 of these. We need 2 of these, don't we? No, only 1 of them. Must be a separate. There's probably a timing chain shoe A that we may or may not be missing. Because there's this fact that we got this as a wrecked car, a barn car. There's going to be a lot of components just missing entirely. Definitely went back to see how many there were, but there will only be one crank pulley. I'll be very confused once I get a vehicle with more than one crank pulley. So I wanted 2 idlers, fuel filter, 3 relays, which will be electrical, same with fuses, an oil filter, and a fuel tank. So I've barely been breaking the bank so far. Electronics, 6 ignition coils, 5 spark plugs. Really? I'm just going to buy 6. I get the feeling we're probably missing one. Relay type B was 3, and relay C will be 4. I'm pretty sure we're just going to be missing some of these. Alright, let's get that in Actually, what am I doing? Why am I building the engine here when I could be nope, don't want it on bay 1, I want it on bay 2. Let's pull that engine out. Alright. There. That'll be easier to put together the engine here on the stand rather than having to always lift and lower the engine, the car. Nope. Let's pull that piston back out. And we have was flywheel something I couldn't repair? I can repair clutch disc, but not flywheels. That's backwards. Feels backwards to me anyway. Because you can totally machine down the surface of flywheels. It's not something I ever did, but we definitely sent it out to other shops to machine down the flywheel. But whatever, we can buy a new flywheel for it. Our repaired clutch disc. And then the pressure plate cannot be saved, which again is backwards because the pressure plate and flywheel can both be machined. And then you have a well, while I'm here, let's Sell off my scrap. I should have already bought everything that was low, so let's anything under 50%, let's just yeah. No, let's hold off. Body parts would be included in that, and I'm just not quite ready to throw away the body parts. Actually, no body parts are below, say, 60. Let's rims though. Well, we'll do this manually. Not very exciting, but it should work. Brake pads. I do need to be careful that I don't accidentally sell something at 100%. That is definitely what I did prior and gave myself some trouble. Some of this scrap is actually worth quite a bit of money. Like if you can sell a garbage relay for $5, that's honestly more than the relay should cost in good condition. All right. So back to reassembly. And I also need a throw bearing, or throw bearing, release bearing. I really don't understand why there's not head bolts at the front. There absolutely should be. Oh. Let's get the rocker arm with its many caps. I just love that you can just put the fuel filter on and just floating there, not attached to anything. Very happy that, because this intake manifold will be unique to this engine, so it'd be a hard one to track down and find, so I'm happy it was a repairable item. Now let's get this head put back together before we finish putting the intake together. No need to block our own view. Now, realistically, probably all of these coils should have a bolt holding them down. All right. So let's buy an alternator. Luckily, there's only one alternator in the game for all cars. So I do not have the chain guide for this. So let's take a look. Let's see if we can track down what we need. It'll be under engine, and it will be probably timing chain something. Not sure what they'll call the chain guide. Timing chain shoe. This does look like our best shot at it. And we are right. Just a few bolts in this timing cover. Sitting somewhere, I am probably missing one amount there. Okay, yeah. have the necessary parts. So that is not a idler A. Which my guess is idler A, and that's probably going to be like idler B or something. What was this part called? Timing cover C. Okay, so we need timing cover whatever is going to be for the other side and some idlers. So yeah, okay, so this will be our timing cover B for the same engine. So let's scroll back up and we should have idler pulleys A and B. Let's go back slapping on parts. Put the ugly intake over top of everything. Throttle. Should probably pay attention to what sort of throttle is tossed in this, just because the other side does not have one. Okay, so it is still possible to add things to the wish or the shopping list from there. That is good to know. That's going to save me a bunch of time trying to hunt down specific parts. All right, well, we've got the top all slapped together, which is not exactly the way you'd want to probably do this, since our pistons are actually not even torqued in. They're still missing their lower caps, as well as the crankshaft is missing its bearing caps. So let's add that to the list. Let's add that to the list. Except we're going to need to add it twice. And we put on our oil filter, and I think this engine is pretty much done and ready to go back into the car. So we'll take the engine off the stand. Somehow just casually haul it over to the the engine hoist and put her back in the car. Excellent. So let's put that on the shopping list and that on the shopping list. My least favorite things in this game, those clips. And I am missing 2 of them. Let's see, do I have a radiator? I do. Do I have... I do not have the fan shroud. Why do I keep doing that? And I still keep doing it. Of course, the ECU will be electric. Brake booster. It's not. We do not need the air filter cover. That's not what I was selecting when I. Not what I meant to be selecting when I added that to shopping list. Let's go over to electrical and get that ECU. Oh, there's actually multiple types of ECU. Interesting. Would not have expected it. Oh no, probably, yeah, also need a battery. And ABS module. Should have kept going. So now I have the fan shroud. I do not have the fan, which needs to be tossed in there as well. So that one I may not have a shortcut to. Let's just search for fan and see what we get. Unfortunately, we have quite a few. It sounds like this one should be the one that we need. So let's hop back over to electrical, buy a battery, and ABS module. We're getting down to about 10,000 bucks, but I think we'll actually be able to get this car complete on this budget. But I may just kick out the other car we have in the hoist next to us, just in case. You can go back into the corner. Don't need you out here anymore. Alright. I do not have what I need there. That's interesting. Okay, well. I'm going to step away from the computer for a bit. I will be right back. And I'm back. Let's see, where were we? I apparently didn't have brake pads. Why did I not buy brake pads? This was something I knew I needed. Now I also need the shock absorbers, caps, and apparently, did I already sell the springs? Must have already sold the springs, because I do not have them. Front shock absorbers, I'll need 2 of them. Front shock absorber caps. And then I will need 2 front springs. Let's get those put together. Oh, I don't think I actually need the caps. Well, need at least some of the caps, but it's fine. We're good. And we are going to need the full exhaust system. Alright, we'll put that first strut in. Let's get the second strut started. And yes, sway bar, front sway bar and link A. Okay, where am I missing it? Front. I see front sway bar. It's not see front sway bar link. That front sway bar link. Or sway bar link. Sway bar front end link. That's always the problem when it's just words organized in a different order than we expect them to be. Alright, well. Pulled up and it's ready for a tire. Unfortunately, we do not have the tires for it right now. Alright, do we have... We do not have the rear. Sway bar. And just to double check, I don't think I did buy the transmission, did I? No. I did not. So we'll add that to the shopping list. So we need 2 front exhaust pipes. We need 2 catalytic converters. And then we need 2 middle mufflers. and 2 rear mufflers. Did I already add the... I added the sway bar link to the shopping list. I did not add the shocks, the rear suspension arm we've got, and we still have enough rubber bushings to do it. I'm surprised we still have rubber bushings. And I think that's our last full-size rubber bushing that just went in. But we still have some small ones, so we can do this. And we're missing the part for that, apparently. We do have the low rears. We do not have the rear springs. Fuel tank, I think we have. Yes, we do. Do we have a fuel pump? We do not have a fuel pump. So that gets added to the list. And then we need at least 4 more rubber bushings. At least 6 more rubber bushings. 7. All right, let's go shopping. Let's just buy another 10 rubber bushings and buy another 4 of the small ones. And then let's see what we have in our list. Rear sway bar. Let's just actually just open up to everything. Let's go look for that gearbox. Front exhaust pipe times 2. I did not mean to delete the catalytic converter off there. So now I have to hunt her down manually. Yeah, there, just standard catalytic converter times 2. We are good. Middle muffler already bought. 2 tailpipes. We need 2 shock absorbers. 1 wheel hub. 2 rear springs. A fuel pump. And most likely we'll need, yeah, we're gonna need 2 of those. It's gotta be 2. And do not have the necessary parts there, so let's add that to the list. we're down to 7,000 credits, but we've got a good handle on the repairs. I don't know how expensive the body panels are going to get. So what we're going to need 2 of those. Yes, that's right. I have not bought those. We need to buy them before we have them. Fancy how that works. Alright. Let's get this transmission in. I am missing a bolt somewhere, am I not? I am not. It is done. And we do not have a rear axle. But I think we do have the starter. I think I remember repairing the starter. Alright. Why is rear drive axle on there? I'm pretty sure I replaced both rear drive axles already. Those we do need 2 of. And 2 of those. And a drive shaft. Well, we can now put the rear tire on, so that should mean that we're done most of this back there. There are a few things we can do without taking off the rear tire, so if it's letting us put the tire back on, we should be pretty close. I got 4 from the front. Got the 4 bolts in the back. Well, let's take a look. Car status, what are we missing? Still some rubber bushings. Bunch of electrical because we don't have the fuse box in. And it looks like after that's mostly body. Alright, well where has it let us put suspension together without the rubber bushings? So there's one right there. Oh, and that suspension arm with those 2 rubber bushings is probably it. Let's slow her down, get the electrical into it. While we're doing that, this thing's rear engine. Alright, so the only thing I need to know is that starter is a from below. Alright, that makes life easy. Should be able to do all of this from below then. Why is it not going up? It is currently not responding to sure exactly what I did to have it not respond to mouse input, but it's resolved. Now where, okay, there's the fuse box. So these are relays type C, and we need one more. Type B relays, we have enough. Well, let's add whatever we need there. We're also missing that one. Alright, so missing a few fuses and missing a relay type C. And let's see, what sort of need fuse type B, 3 of them. I would love to know what this... I mean, those are all big fuses, so I guess that makes perfect sense for them to be high amperages. Yeah, the small fuses are where I'd expect the amperages for them to be. Because it looks like red is 10. Green has got to be 30. Yeah, okay, yeah, green is 30. Yellow might be 20, it's hard to read. Yeah, I think yellow is 20. No, well, I guess we should put that cap on, and we do not have one. All right, let's add it to the list. All right, and let's check the car status again. So that is all body, rims, and tires. Well, I think unfortunately the body is going to be a case of buying everything. So let's get this transmission done so that way we don't... the transmission is at the back, so don't take off the front tires. Doesn't help anyone. All right. Let's pull this transmission off. And then we need a release bearing. And yeah, clutch is bad. Now let's go see what we can repair. Nope, we don't want to replace. We can... guess that's all just in too bad condition to repair, most likely. Yep. Alright, well that makes it easy. I would not like to enter photo mode. I'd like to go shopping. Alright, so we do not want to go shopping for fuse box cover. I already bought that. Clutch plate. Clutch pressure plate. Release bearing. And gearbox. Seems odd. You got the rear axles here coming out at a straight line. Because when you lift up a vehicle on the hoist, you're going to have the suspension drop down. So you're always going to have a bit of a sharper angle down on the axle than you normally would have because the tire is dropped. By the fact that it's completely level, which is where you want it when your tires are sitting where they should be. But if they're nice and level on the hoist, that means you're going to have a downward angle on those normally. I'm trying to remember, some of the ones was telling me, oh, that was bad. But I have since forgotten. Alright, well let's toss a bit more money back at us. Well, let's look at my inventory. Well, I think this is going to be just a case of now, do I have two different rim size or two different tire sizes here? Modern rim 18-inch ET0 seems to be the case for all of them, and I only have, how do I only have two tires of this thing? But they are both 225. Actually, rather than doing it that way, can I let's see what that has put on my shopping list. Cool. Yeah, so if I do the same for the rear, it will. So this way I don't have to worry about accidentally not having bought the correct rim. Alright, and then all of the glass, doors, mirrors, body panels, headlights, license plate, all of it being in pretty good condition, but we're not going for pretty good condition, we're going for 100%. Alright, so first off, let's go tires. .225, 45, R18. Let's see, 225, 45, R18. Am I really that tense? 225, 45. I was definitely wanting to buy that in 245. So there. That is correct. Just spacing this morning. Now rims. There, that's where rims are gotta be. Now I can probably get a different rim, but see, they were 18 with 0 offset. Not too bad. Alright, well, let's toss these together. And in the meantime, let's sell anything that's below, say, 70. Actually, let's sell anything below 95. There's a few parts we'll have to manually sell it ourselves at this point still. That covers most of it. Definitely feels a lot more like the dynamic you have mounting and balancing tires. And it does just always tossing it on the machine and okay. Alright, and that can come back down off the hoist. In the meantime, let's go shopping for Bodyworks. Actually, yeah, that's the only car that I have here. So let's see, we need I think, honestly, everything here is on my wish list. Can I just hit the buy one of everything button? Alright, well I think it's just license plates and then we're all done here. That'll be our... Now what plates do I want to put on here? What are my options? Well, let's take a look. Let's see if we have Japanese plates. So we're off of a Japanese car, we'll put Japanese plates on if we can. I am not seeing Japanese as an option. No Japan plates. Well, we'll just go with the Evergreen State. Buy 2 of them. And there should be our first car restored, but not painted. All right, let's check up on the car status. So yeah, sell value 60,000, $43,000 profit. Seems like a winning deal for the most part. Let's just make sure that there's nothing missing. Oh, I'm still missing seats in the steering wheel. Should probably put seats in the steering wheel in it. All right, well. Let's just clear, actually there, clear the entire list. And let's go shopping for interiors. Now I don't think let's see if that will work. We'll just buy a regular cloth seat. And yes, it can be tossed in. Okay. So we'll grab another seat. And we'll see if there's a steering wheel for Ribsen, or if there is not. Doesn't look like that. Looks like it'll just be steering wheels or steering wheels. Let's grab a cheap $100 steering wheel and see if that'll let me put that in. And it will. Okay. And that has jumped up the total price by a couple grand. The entire car is complete. No parts missing, nothing less than 100%. Oh, we still have frame at 60. Let's see, let's move it back in the shop. Let's see if we move the welder over to car lift A. Use equipment. Yes. All right. Where does that leave our car status? 100%. Well, it did not increase the sale value of the car at all. We're 100% all the way across. Normally in past games, that's kind of where you get your big boost from, but whatever, we will take it. Let's sell the car for just shy of 30 or 63K. Accept. All right. And what do we do when we have money? Immediately go waste it. Let's buy the first stage of garage, or of body shop. I think we'll call it there for right now. Just take a quick look, see if there's any jobs up that look particularly appealing. Yeah, whatever. We'll deal with it when we come back. Let's save the game. And I'll end the stream right here. All right, you guys have a good day.